Y'all know I had to get hyped. Chat, niggas were telling me this not coming back. We getting that shit in a brand new game in 2025. Gotta hit you with Sonic Speed. Which one is y'all favorite theme? I think Ungratified so hard, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sonic Speed Riders is just too good, bro. That's too good, bro. But ladies and gentlemen, we are here today reading Sonic IDW. Now, you know, I ain't a faker. You know what I'm saying? I've seen stuff on Twitter. I know this man goes into super, like, Sentai, whatever, for Kamen Rider, or to be more accurate. I'm not into that stuff, so I don't know if I'm misusing phrases. But I do know that he goes into that shit, and I think it's the coolest thing ever. I wonder why he does it, and I guess that's what we're here for right now, to find out. So last time we was actually going through game apologies, and you know what, actually, let's do a quick refresher. What was the last one we did? Serge joins the good, this shit right here. Yeah, Mimic is like undercover. He's with the gang right now. Where is she? Yeah, public enemy number 1. I have seen the light. Lanolin, I'm not rocking with you, sis. I can't lie to you. I'm not rocking with you. A little too much of a gullible, stick by the rules, like by the books ass character. And I can't lie. You're annoying. Alright, and why are you gonna get on my man Silver like that? This man Mimic over here faking it, and Whisper pissed me off too, because Whisper was on. He was like, oh, hey. That's fucking Mimic, isn't it? Mind you, Whisper got mad beef. But then I think, what, she got like gaslit, right? Like, what happened? Like she got gaslit to be like, oh wait, maybe that's not Mimic. Oh, I'm such a terrible human being. Like, well, they're not humans, but you know what I'm saying? This was blowing me. Look, he said, I bet, well, bail out. Hey, my leg. Like, nah, hell nah. Now, Mimic, that's a W villain. I fuck with Mimic. But this is crazy. I was sure he was Mimic, but Mimic, he wouldn't. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Surge's part is with the good guys.
Welcome back to
I think they're like undercover working with the Weasel guy, because you know what I'm saying, the Weasel guy is, you know, working with the Resistance to do a writer's joint. I can't really remember too much, but yeah, Surge is here. Yeah, no, I mean, it's obvious that they're heading towards good guy territory. I just wonder how they're gonna do it. Maybe it'll be in this arc, maybe it's not even in this arc, or whatever. All right, so we're back with Mario Kart Gamer Dude, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go, so, you know what I'm saying, show them some love. All right, let's do it. Super Sonic. Okay, I will say the art is clean. The art is very, very clean. Okay, I really do. I like it a lot.
Welcome, sports fans,
to an extreme gear extravaganza. They got the music going crazy too.
The likes of which you've never seen.
So there's only 2 dubs out for this right now. We're probably gonna go back to the game apologies after we watch these 2 real quick. But just to get the vibe going crazy. This is good. Oh, yeah, the owl! Oh, hey! Yeah, you was going through it, boy. Boy, you was going through it, Metal Virus, boy.
Better get used to me. We've got a lot of riders raring to go.
The tees? Hold on, the tees? Yeah. Where's Silver at, bro? I need Silver to lock in. I need Silver to lock in. Where's Knuckles? This is crazy. Okay, Babylon Road.
The generous prize pool. There's gonna be some stiff competition. Not everybody is gonna make it.
Okay, Serge, Kit, and
but they're sure as heck gonna
Random?
try.
Who the fuck is that?
Now, without further ado, riders, start your extreme gear.
I like it. Bro, where my nigga Knuckles at? Bro, my nigga Knuckles, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about him protecting the Master Emerald. I don't care anymore. I was never one of those people that was like, oh, well, why is he here when he needs to be protecting the Master Emerald? Nigga, fuck that. I don't care. Let my nigga have some fun. God damn it.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, shit. Yeah! We out of it! Okay, Surge on a bike? Okay.
Remember,
oh, the
riders,
skates and stuff. I love it. I love it.
All you need to do is make it to the finish line before the timer runs out. So get out there and have a good.
Bro, okay, see, we're gonna talk a lot about crossworlds here in this joint. First off, I love how they have the bikes and shit, right? I love how they have the different vehicles. I'm assuming crosswords only gonna have the boards. I want the bikes, man. I want the bikes. This, whatever the fuck this shit is. The skates. And then, right, And then we got all these different board designs. I need to see, yeah, this shit right here. I need that too. Who is this guy? Like, look at all the different board designs. Every single character in Crossworlds needs to have a different board design, bro. Simple. I don't want like, oh yeah, we only have a certain amount, like this amount, and then like, I guess you can make it a different color. No, I want Sage to have her own shit. She needs to have her own attire. I need that. It's probably not gonna happen, and I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm expecting that to happen. I'm gonna be mad.
For this qualifying event, all you need to do is make it to the finish line before the timer runs out.
That's it.
So get out there and have a good, clean race.
All right. You two
Okay,
ready to show them what we
can
can
do?
do?
Already?
You know I am, Sonic.
Okay.
Tails?
Tails?
Did you see that? I've never seen a yacht type with a snail-like.
What?
That's Nick Celebi's board.
Oh, this man geeking.
You want to test
geeking
your
out.
new prototype?
He's just like me. Look, he's just like me, bro. Oh, like that's my nigga Tails, man. That's my nigga. He's like, yeah, man. We Crossworlds should have different. Anyway.
Or should we find a spot to sit and watch?
Oh, sorry. Let's go.
This event is made possible by the partnership between the Restoration and our new friends at Clean Sweep Incorporated, the world's top waste management pros. All proceeds from the sweepstakes will be going right back into the Restoration to expand the repair and recycling efforts worldwide. But don't take my word for it. Clean Sweep's here to tell you all about, oh no, what's this? It's Dr. Yoke and his nasty, naughty thing.
Dr. Yoke?
And our good, clean fun.
Dr. Yoke?
Yes, my genius is the most geniusest genius
A
there
literal
is.
Eggman?
Clean Sweep will never be able to stop my litter and litany.
He looks like Potato
Nobody
Head.
can stop me and my robots.
How do you buy? Is it boiled? Is it like a soft boiled egg? Nah, I ain't gonna lie, Eggman. I wouldn't take that sitting down. I'm just saying. Get that back in blood. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, wait, is that the? No, never mind. I don't know who this is.
Sorry. It's a bit sweet for me.
Yeah.
That's quite all right. Limited edition chaos.
Alright, so we like
Blast is an
we're just trusting a possum.
beast.
You
We're just
sure
trusting a
I should
possum,
be
though?
down there
Don't he got, like, a
representing
golden
the
teeth?
Restoration?
That nigga's not
Leader
real.
to leader. Can I give you a bit of advice? Being so public,
Look at his eyes.
it's a recipe for trouble. An individual is approachable, fallible, weak. The people need to see the Restoration as an institution. But this? Nobody can touch this.
But the Restoration has always tried to connect with the people they're trying to help.
Chaos Cola.
And you will.
Extreme.
But to scale up your operation, some changes are necessary.
I guess. Clean Sweep's prep work has been impressive.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. I promise to take the Restoration global, and this is how you do it. Trust me.
I lost track of the time. I have to get back to my desk.
Really? You'll miss the race.
Race or no, there's paperwork. And like you said, it's where I shine.
The riders are starting to move down into town.
Okay.
Watch out! This course is gonna be a challenge.
Okay, touch it.
Whoa!
Oh fuck. Oh yeah, my goat.
Well,
Yeah, my goat.
if it isn't Sonic the Hedgehog,
My goat.
you're early. The kitty race is at halftime.
Nah, that's crazy.
Sorry to interrupt your little joyride, but I wanted to give you guys a little warning.
They
When
finna cheat.
You've been playing
You can
in
cheat
the
again.
dirt.
Surely not.
We've been at work.
Okay.
Well, I won't share all the details, but hope you all enjoy headlines on papers. You've never faced the Babylon rogues
Oh
like
god.
this.
Okay, yeah.
Do you really think you can beat us?
Don't waste your time, Jet. As usual, the shrimp's gear is very creative.
Wave uses taunt. What the fuck?
See? Leave him alone, Wave.
Oh,
I'd
shit.
take Tails' X gear over yours any day.
Oh shit, touch it.
You're not gonna be so uppity once we're done with ya.
Storm uses
Won't
taunt?
I?
In flashbang? What is going on? Whoa, wait! What the? No, flashbang? No, I read that too fast. Flashback. This flashback to last time. No, that's funny. No, that's funny. I would say flashbang. No, flashback. Yeah, you don't want. Yeah, you don't want those problems, bro. Yeah, you don't want those problems, big bro.
It's nothing.
Yeah, you don't want. Yeah, you don't want those problems, bro. You don't want those
Your friends
problems.
are talking a big game, Sonic. You gonna back it up?
Surprisingly, Sonic has not said anything here.
Say something.
Oh, he's out of there. Oh, he's gone.
No! Get back here!
Nah, that's really crazy.
Dude, the
What the fuck?
acceleration on this thing is sick.
Thanks. But
No like banter,
don't
like
roar
no
from a
like
cut engine like that.
no banter, like
might
just
explode
I ain't gonna
a
say
little.
shit and then just speed boost.
Hey,
Alright, that's crazy.
I
feel
wasn't
it.
done talking to you, Hedgehog. Oh, great. It's the fuzz.
Intentional gear
The
collisions
fuzz is
are
crazy.
against clean sweepstakes policy. As a sweepstakes referee,
Oh, brother! As a sweepstakes referee, yeah.
if
Oh,
I see you doing that again, I'll...
Sonic Tails.
what you do? What you do? What?
Hi, Tango.
God
Seriously?
damn, she's literally
This
the
is
ops.
Clearly favoritism.
It doesn't matter who they are. There are rules for a reason, and we are here to uphold them.
Fine then. We'll beat you all fair and square.
Huh? What?
Ah. See, look, they cheating already.
This thing?
They cheating already.
Amy.
Oh no.
What the fuck? Alright, Sonic, time to lock in. Run on your feet.
There you are.
Time to just lock in, bro. Run on your feet,
Come,
bro.
enjoy the sunset with me.
I got the writer registration log.
Excuse me.
There's some interesting ones you might like to see.
Oh, that's Mimic.
These are the people I
I'm
should
really
be
like, why does it
worried
sound like that?
about.
The Babylon Rogues are notorious.
I've dealt with their clan. Airborne morons. Always scrambling for treasure.
Hey, watch
Though I'm
out.
sure you've heard plenty about these three.
I've managed to stay off their radar so far. Even after that unfortunate run-in with Miss Rose. If they found out about our work here, things could get messy.
Shall I arrange something?
We have all the riders' gear in the machine shop for pre-race inspections. Talk to my boys down there. They know what I like. Make sure they hit all three of them. Best to be thorough.
Mimic.
Doing in our room, creep.
What the hell?
What happened?
You've got a job. The boss wants you to tail Sonic and his buddies in the race and use this to knock his gear out.
Oh, duo.
All
Yeah,
this
duo.
sneaking around's not our style.
Duo.
If you want Sonic gone, sure, but we'll do it.
Style left you two nearly dead and hiding in a hole before I found you and gave you gainful employment at my side. You'll have your fun. Sonic will suffer, but we're going to be smart about it. Thank you. Much better.
Get in close. I'll grab her.
Oh shit.
Sonic, my hero. Sonic.
Hey, you're off the board, aren't you? Okay, let's do something about these haywire.
Are you guys okay?
Huh?
That was... Get off the track. You're nearly as big as a hazard as your faulty gear.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What the heck? They're our friends!
It sounds harsh, but she's not wrong.
Somebody smells like shit. Oh my gosh, she's actually fucking annoying. Holy.
The only thing that
She's
stopped
actually
the
annoying.
pileup was Whisper's good aim. Let's go, Diamond Cutters.
What?
That'll
This
do.
is really
For
fucking
now.
crazy.
So let out, Drippy. We got a race to finish.
Oh, brother.
There was an equipment malfunction. Mr.
First race at home, my mans?
Prowler's gear was experimental after all. Luckily, we were able to contain the situation.
How are Sonic and the others doing? I'd like to talk to them.
Yeah, please don't
Nobody's
do.
seen them since the race. As far as we know, they've already left.
Could you look around for them? I'd like to be sure they're okay. I should call Amy.
I niggas can't just ride on their
Don't trouble
extreme gears without
yourself, Mrs.
somebody
Jewel.
like, you know what I'm saying,
I'll
messing with their
take care
boards,
of
bro.
everything.
Oh, brother.
What a
Hold on.
disaster.
Wait.
I have no
Wait.
idea how it could have gone so wrong. Stop beating yourself up, Tails. I'm telling you, something about this whole situation stinks.
They're trying to get us out the race,
bro.
bro.
Remember? And the
They know we
Clean Sweep
demons.
staff were
They know
huge
we
jerks.
crazy on the
They
track.
couldn't even get close to anybody from the restoration after the race.
I'm with Amy. Something's off.
The only time our X-Gear were out of sight was when they were being examined on the Restoration's main shuttle.
Ooh, we should investigate. We'll track
Roger.
down whoever did it and give him what for.
But the Restoration shuttle leaves tomorrow. the whole sweepstakes is going to be touring the world. Once it's airborne, it won't be coming down. It'll be nearly impossible to get inside.
So, we'll take the tornado and bust in.
If we trash the shuttle and ruin the sweepstakes, it defeats the purpose of investigating.
Huh. I wish you'd show that kind of compassion for my plans every
Eggman?
once in a while.
Eggman?
Hello, Sonic.
Oh, hell no! That nigga dripped the fuck. Oh, wait, that nigga got it. He got that shit on. Wait, hold on. That nigga got that shit on. Wait a minute. What?
Dr. Eggman!
Oh, settle down.
But this pot the squad here? Yo, Amy about to swing the hammer.
I'll have the super slam with extra ham and a coffee and make it snappy.
No,
so you stopped by because you were feeling a little peckish?
I am. I'm not used to having to track you down. It's hard work. But no, I come to you with a proposition. Allow me to explain. After you and your little friend so rudely destroyed my Imperial City,
Poor you, Joe.
I took a bit of a sabbatical to refresh my creative drive.
Tight shit.
But by chance, I stumbled across the airing of the Clean Sweepstakes opening ceremony, and I did not like what I saw.
Let's go, Eggman. Yeah.
The nerve of this so-called clean
Yeah.
to profit off
I
my
said,
brilliance.
I told y'all, man. Me
while
personally,
mocking me.
me personally, I'm not taking that sitting down. Okay, hold on. W Eggman.
It'd
Yeah.
be entertaining to watch you and those Babylon rogues squabble. But no, you were knocked out of the race by some very obvious trickery.
Tight shit.
Humiliating you.
And then,
is
you know,
my
somebody
job.
is smart.
But then, through my indignation, I got an idea, and I began to build. It was a miracle. My inspiration had returned. At last, my genius could be. Ooh,
What you cook
there's
up?
my food. Finally.
What'd you cook up, though?
So, what
Oh my God, he's sitting on tails.
do you make?
What is going
See for
on?
yourself. It's in here.
Oh, okay. The Zelda music?
Whoa!
Oh, he made
Power, handling.
Extreme Gear.
It delivers. It has.
Oh, he said it's the ultimate all-rounder?
Camouflage too.
Oh,
I
shit.
call it the Extreme Gear. Since you
Extreme
were
Gear. Okay.
Instrumental in the return of my drive, I figured I would repay the favor.
Sonic, if you use this to create a distraction during the event tomorrow,
Tails and I might be able to sneak onto the shuttle.
Indeed.
All right, Eggman. What's your angle?
No angle. Honest. Truth.
Extra
Justice. Or whatever you're after is fine by me.
This looks like he's smiling. This looks like his mouth.
As long as you find out who is behind Clean Sweep. Interested?
You've got a deal, Doc.
Interesting. So they're teaming up with Eggman here. Interesting. This is okay. Okay, so took these guys out the race to have them investigate what's going on behind the scenes. Okay. Damn, man, I wish they let them like race a little bit more a bit. Like in the beginning, it was just like, oh yeah, Jet's like blabbering, like he just talking a little too much, you ask me. And it's always just like, oh yeah, fuck you, speed boost type shit. And then boom, malfunction. It's like, oh, alright. We get some character interaction though. But yeah, Jesus Christ, she is still horrid. Oh God.
Oh, great. Are against clean.
Dear Jesus Christ. Fuck.
Good morning, Central City! Are you ready for the next
like
round
3
of
o'clock,
the
nigga.
sweepstakes?
This Extreme Gear and outfit better be in Crosswords. Outfit would be cool. The outfit would be cool. This seems a bit, is very round. Like I personally wouldn't use this, but It would be cool, I guess. I like the outfit though would be fire.
With the qualifying round complete, the wheat has been separated from the chef, and the gloves are off.
This had better work, Eggman.
Oh, so it's like the
The
gloves?
objective of this event is simple, riders. Your goal today is to survive.
Oh, back.
This course is equipped with only the most cutting-edge technology.
What the hell?
Pun entirely intended.
What? This is a Kaizo map? Like, what the fuck is going on? This tiny ass, this tiny ass, thin ass track. Spikes covering the whole thing. More spikes up. What is going on? What the fuck? Okay.
Thanks to Clean Sweep Incorporated's recycling efforts.
Alright.
Riders, start your gear.
Look, all these different designs, bro. Oh shit.
2, 1.
Oh fuck.
Go!
Dude, I was just like
Shuttle
animated.
takes the lead. If you've ever wondered why they call him the legendary Windmaster, look no further, folks.
Out of the way, chumps! Babylon Rogue's coming through!
I thought this was
Yo! He's dead. He's going to die next, but he's falling off the shits. Wow.
Supposed to be a challenge.
RP background character number 2561. Oh shit.
You want a challenge?
Ooh!
What's this?
Oh fuck.
There's some kind of rope right around the corner.
Oh shit.
Let me go.
Hey yo.
All right then. Listen up. The only rogue here is that green horde jet and his cheer squad. You're looking at the Phantom Rider. I'm about to turn this
What
whole
the
place
fuck?
upside down, and none of you are fast enough to stop me.
Why he moving like
You've
this?
clearly never met me.
Oh no, I didn't ruffle your feathers, did I?
Oh god. What the fuck?
Doc was messing around. This gear is on a whole nother level.
Jet, ignore this
He's
one.
he's on.
It's not even part
He's
of the
getting
event.
into character. Okay. Interesting.
That had more kick than I thought. If I help, I'll blow my cover, but...
Yo, Sonic, yo. Oh, yeah, good shit. Yeah, good shit.
Phantom Rider is ruthless. This is because the restoration reps were there.
Oh.
Call in more security. The Phantom Rider is going down.
So what's the deal to like be a dickhead? was this like a part of the deal? Well, I feel like they're gonna be on some weird stuff and be like, oh yeah, Sonic gets exposed, and then oh, Sonic, you was doing all those bad things. We hate you now, and then he's gonna feel like, oh god, well fuck. I hope they don't do that. That would be like, who the fuck are you guys? Security.
Yo man, I just heard something. Did you
shit.
hear something? Yeah, the door closing. Why are you so jumpy, man? I'm not jumpy. I'm vigilant. Look, the boss has this place locked up tighter than Prison Island. Nothing's getting in. I heard Prison Island exploded.
Looks like
I heard they exploded.
I think we should check out the machine shop. If there's evidence of someone messing with our extreme gear on this ship, it'll be there.
Perfect! I spent a lot of time here during the metal virus. The shop's not too far from here.
Folks, this is unbelievable. Race course is practically turned into a battleground with how these two are duking it out.
Why is this man taunting him like this?
Run, Phantom.
Sweet! I've been waiting for a chance to try this.
Oh,
Ever
okay.
seen this trick before? It's
Oh.
a classic.
Oh god.
I think I've tormented him long enough. Jet looks like he's just about ready to pop a thing. Better make my exit well.
You! Stop and land
Oh,
immediately.
cop lady.
Clean Sweep's finest have finally caught up with the troublemaker.
Cop lady.
Phantom Rider's reign of terror has come to an end.
Oh, this is. Oh fuck.
Dismount your gear and...
Wait, don't.
No.
Oh god. Oh well, yeah. Okay. Oh,
thank you.
Oh, good
Don't
shit.
mention it, please.
Okay. W.
Mate, now lie low and...
Hi.
Oh fuck.
Surge. I'm Surge. Nice moves out there.
Oh
You seem
lord.
like the kind of guy who could appreciate a good thrashing.
Oh lord. Dick.
Sorry,
Oh.
I'm gonna take a rain check on the feet down. Later.
Come on, come on!
Oh, we're done when I say we're done.
But he has a scarf, like an energy scarf. That's
It
fire.
was just starting to get good.
That's fire.
If we leave now, we won't be able to finish the race. And Mr. Clutch hired us to stay in the sweepstakes. So...
Fine, you're right. But next time, I'm not letting you go.
Hey, you still managed to finish first. That's pretty good, right?
You got a whole lot easier once that spooky guy left.
I guess it's not so bad. The mobs of adoring fans
Oh
are
god,
always
the
a
mic
nice
peaked a
bonus.
little bit there.
I don't think they're cheering for us, Jet.
Oh. Is that down?
Who are they clapping for?
What'd they do?
I don't know.
There they are, folks. The heroes who finally scared off the Phantom Rider.
Oh. Oh, yeah, good.
Pete,
Sure.
the guts. Truly a decisive takedown. Looks like the Phantom has given up the ghost.
They definitely did scare that to go off. They definitely did, okay.
For us? Yeah. We're heroes!
Yep, there we go. Yep, there we go. There we go. Now, Jay, you know you don't give a fuck. I get the fame, the fortune, whatever. Like, they did a good deed. You don't care about that shit. You don't care, bruh.
I asked around, and nobody has seen them. Then I tried Miss Rose's number, but it just went to voicemail. I suppose they've already moved on to something else. I'm sorry, Miss Jewel. I really did try.
It's alright, Duo. I know how Sonic and his friends are. They're probably off saving the world somewhere.
Yeah. I'd better get back to the rest of the team. Thanks for the tea, and for understanding.
Of course. Good night, Duo.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay.
She brought
Okay.
it, no problem.
No, she didn't.
Good.
Oh, no, she did not.
Just in case her mind
Oh, no, the fuck
wanders,
she ain't.
let's have the next supply drop go missing. That should keep the little lady busy. Funny guy, this Phantom.
You don't think he's a liability?
Not yet. Besides, he's doing wonders for our viewership. I wish I'd thought of the bit myself. Usually, I wouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, but this isn't the time to get sloppy.
I just realized they're
Next
making him
event?
blink. That was freaking me out because I'm over like, wait, what? I'm like, wait, is his mouth moving? Like, is he blinking? What the fuck?
Unmask,
I'm like, wait, I'm reading a
Keep it
comic here.
quiet. I want to know what we're dealing with.
Yes,
Gotcha.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You keep watch while I look around for anything suspicious.
Okay.
Ah, perfect!
Tails? That's a dumpster.
Exactly. I've learned from experience that if you're looking for something someone's hidden, always check the trash.
Don't come crying to me if you get some gum stuck in your hair or whatever. Huh? I could have sworn I saw something.
What the hell? Oh, hell nah. What the fuck? Is that a hand?
Whoa!
Oh, hell nah.
Wait, doesn't this look familiar
Like
to you?
Elden Ring with the hand spiders.
Hey, yeah, that's Belle's hand. So why'd it jump on my friggin' face? Huh?
Wait, hold on. Amy's got a peek here. Hold on. Amy's got a peek here. Hold on. Wait, hold on. This is exactly what I want from Amy. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. This is exactly what I want from her.
I think we're gonna find
This
out.
is perfect. This is perfect.
I got
10
it.
out of 10, no notes.
She could be suffocating in there.
This takes precision. Also,
Okay, so Belle
robots don't need to. Hey!
got Belle trapped here.
Oh!
Oh my god. Oh fuck. Shout out Mario Kart Gamer Dude for the great dub. The edits were cool too. Literally, I didn't even realize that characters were blinking until like I was like, wait, what the fuck? That was lit. That was lit. So far the arc is cool. The Phantom Rider stuff with Sonic is like, okay, I need a full story on that before I really comment on what's going on there. That is interesting. He's kind of like yapping a bit too much. Very familiar sounding, right? Very familiar sounding.
Welcome back to
Neither was
Sonic
it.
Speed Reading. Issue
Let's do it.
71 kicks off right where 70 left off, with Tails and Amy and their shocked reaction as they found the tied up Belle. They release her, give her her hand back, and she lets them know what's going on. Turns out that she was checking all the extreme gear, and when she got to Tails, she immediately recognized it was his work. But before she could get to her analysis, the clean Sweep security absconded with them.
Ain't
She
no fucking
scolded
way.
the security. They're supposed to be helping the restoration, but instead they've practically taken over, and whatever she saw, Clutch didn't want anybody else to see, so they tied her up and left her in a locker. This is the one part about this world being as tame as it
tampered
is.
with the gear.
Normally, you'd expect people to just kill any witnesses, especially Robot, but whatever. Ain't gonna be too stressed on it. I like
they ain't
Bell. I
kill
don't want her
nobody.
dead. Anyway,
They
this
ain't killing
reporting
no
from Bell and the description of the boss connects a few dots. If you recall, Amy has run across Clutch herself before in the past, and after a quick chat with Bell, she quickly deduces that the opossum is behind everything. Jet has grown a bit jealous of Surge, so
It does
all
look
his
cool.
attention is on the Tenric, and Sonic has returned as the Phantom Rider.
So Jet,
ready
so
to
now Jet and Serge are beefing. Okay.
cause more problems. But before he does, the event is set upon by another Phantom Rider, talking
Wait,
smack
what?
to the Diamond Cutters and then running around causing all kinds of problems.
Wait,
Grabbing a
another
ball, feigning surrender, and then attacking Lanlin before making an escape, closely
Yeah,
followed
it's just
by
our orange.
all of the
Wait,
key
why- there's
racers.
two?
That would include Serge, Kit, the Babylon Rogues, and the security force that is the Diamond Cutters. But through the mist, Sonic also follows along as the original Phantom Rider. But in the mist, a different confrontation begins as Surge sets upon Tangle and Whisper, saying, "Imagine what they'll say when I smear your little lemur friend across one of these rocks," which obviously pisses off Whisper,
goddamn.
and she sets off after Surge.
Oh,
But as
shit,
they
okay,
head into
Whisper-
the mist,
Whisper
they
back
come
beaming?
across, well, Serge and Kit, but they are completely dumbfounded by the
Oh, shit,
attack
they
by
boxed.
Whisper. But the
Oh,
Tenric
shit.
is not one to question
Whisper
why any
Cube. Like I'm fucking with Whisper,
no,
man.
no, no, I
She
mean,
just
it's
tweaked.
too late
She
to
was just
take back
tweaking at
what
one
you
point.
said.
Thank you for the follow.
Yes.
God damn. Whisper be on time, man. Civil Right was good.
one would pick a fight, she's just going to fight. The counterattack
This
sends
is crazy.
Whisper into Jet, who
Okay,
gets
Jet with the
ticked
fans.
off, and they decide to join the battle as well. And if you haven't figured it out by
fine,
now,
maybe.
that wasn't Surge talking crap in the mist, and it certainly wasn't a second Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wait, yeah,
running
it gotta
around
be-
in a
yeah, it's
Phantom
Mimic.
suit.
That makes
It has been this entire time Mimic,
That makes
who
sense.
has come across the real Phantom Rider,
That
catches him
makes
off
perfect
guard,
sense.
and lets loose his helmet,
Okay.
revealing the identity of Sonic to Mimic, and soon after,
This is
the
the first time
rest
Sonic
of
is
the
interacting with
riders.
Mimic,
And
right?
remember, the Rogues, the Diamond Cutters, Serge and Kit, none
Oh,
of
wait. Oh, yeah. So everybody sees it now. Oh, shit. Maybe just say, all right, well, let's see how this goes. And it just disappears.
revealing the identity of Sonic to Mimic, and soon after, the
They're
rest of the riders. And remember,
Yeah,
the
this is
Rogues,
hard.
the
This is
Diamond
really
Cutters,
cool outfit.
Serge and Kit, none of them knew that he wasn't that second Phantom Rider. But even
Yeah.
without that, this isn't a good look for the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
None
but
of
say, I mean, like, they still kind of like, he was still kind of being a dickhead. Don't know why. I'm assuming they teamed up with Eggman and it was like, okay, hey, we need you to, like, be this villain-esque rogue character. And it's like, just like, yeah, sure.
them are aware of why he's doing this after all. But before there are any
Well, why would he listen to
explanations
Eggman
or
on that?
anything
Like, I
else,
just find that
one
to
of the
be,
giant rock columns
like,
crumbles
playing right
and
into Eggman's
separates
hands or some
Sonic
shit.
from his friends and rivals, leaving Sonic by himself looking a little guilty. We later
Oh,
turn our
brother,
attention
yeah,
to the Babylon Rogues, who have
I told y'all they was gonna do it. I told y'all they were gonna do it.
trying to figure out what the heck Sonic was doing. As much as Jet doesn't like the Hedgehog, he knows better than to think that Sonic would be paid off. These three
Type shit.
know him well enough to know that he is
W-Jet.
the hero. And because of that, they immediately assume that somebody else is the bad guy. That somebody else is probably Clean Sweep. Now
Right.
Jet is mad that Sonic figured out that Clean Sweep is full of crooks before he did. Jet won't stand for it, and he declares that the Rogues now have a new mission. As
Type
that's
shit.
going on,
Okay,
Serge
let's go.
and Kit discuss the events between the two of them. Remember, she is working for Clutch, and she is completely confused as to why Sonic is running around as the Phantom Rider. This was supposed to be a simple gig, play nice until the opossum gave him a word, and then they'd rough up the restoration. But now she doesn't know what the heck is going on. But before she can continue her thought, she's interrupted by a fan. This little fan, which
Oh,
I'm assuming
God.
is named Ivy, considering the shirt, is not only a lovely reference and a slight hint of progression in the story that is Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. If you've forgotten, that's the conductor's wife, and therefore that's their kid, so that means they
Oh,
start
really?
a family. That's adorable. But this
Oh,
is the
that's
first
cool.
time Serge
Oh, that's
has
cool.
been been
nice little
approached by a
thing there, okay.
regular character, a child nonetheless, and was seen as a hero. This child obviously idolizes her, and little Ivy leaves waving, saying that someday she will be Spiky and punch a lot of bad guys too.
I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't think I like this.
Quick little interaction cemented something she's
she said we
been
don't
thinking
deserve
about
it.
since she has been seen as a hero by the public. She tells Kit she doesn't think they can keep doing this. They don't deserve it. And Kit, as supportive as he is, says he doesn't understand what's going on, but when the crowd cheers for her, she lights up. The whole world lights up, and he would do anything to see that for her again. And also, for the first time in any of the comics, I'll go back and check, but no, I'm not. Somebody can correct me in the comments. But I think this is the first time that we've seen Kit completely open his eyes in excitement. This is a tender little moment for a couple of very broken individuals. So yeah, the focus is no longer on Sonic at all, but sounds like they're more talking about their future. We then turn to Duo
that's cool
and
for them.
Lamb,
I like that for
who
them.
is busy punching, well, a punching bag. She's real ticked since she was immediately taken out by that second Phantom Rider. Duo apologizes, saying that his first real action and all he has to show for it is a bump on his head, blaming this Phantom Rider for his injury. Obviously, since this is actually Mimic, he's just feigning an excuse for what he was doing while he was running around as that fake Phantom, and he continues to stir the pot, saying that Tingle Whisper said the
What's
Phantom
up with
away,
Shorty,
but he doesn't
man?
know, and plants the idea that those two
What
might
is
be
up with
hiding
Shorty,
something
man?
to spare their feelings. It's hard to say what they'd do on their own, but he's lucky they always have Lanolin to guide them. Tangle overhears all this and then runs to her girlfriend, who they don't officially confirm is her girlfriend, but come on, we all know. And Whisper is sitting with all of her wisps.
fucking
Now,
crying.
that quick interaction confirms something we didn't know up to this point. Even though Tangle and Whisper know that Sonic is the Phantom Rider, they haven't said a thing to anybody. Tangle just can't give up on Sonic. Even though she knows what she saw, she doesn't believe it. Lanolin hates the Phantom Rider, and if they told her, well, Tangle's not sure what she would do. She just knows her and Whisper have to figure this out before they go to the rest of the Diamond Cutters. But while Tangle was talking, Whisper
Tangle
had her
rocking that
mask
fit?
on the
Nah,
whole
bro.
time.
All these riders gear stuff, like, I promise you I better see that shit in Crossworlds.
Cuts Tangle off
I better.
mid-sentence, takes
I
her mask
better,
off,
boy.
and
We having a
tells
problem.
Lemur to take a look at something. As it turns out, back when they fought Mimic together, all the way back in their mini-series, she stopped recording video in her mask. She thought she wouldn't need to anymore, but after everything that happened with Silver, which is, again, earlier on in the Misadventures, if you want to get caught up with that, she decided to start recording again. Because she no longer trusts herself. She no longer trusts what she sees, but she trusts what her mask sees, and she trusts Tangle. So she has Lemur try on her mask to see some distinct differences between the two times. the
Okay, there we
riders.
go. There we go. Yeah, because you was tweaking, Whisper. You was like, oh yeah, surely that's Mimic, right? Hold on. Like, we've been through this before. And it's like, oh wait, but wait, Mimic wouldn't fake jump out of the thing just to see people? No, of course not. What? How? That shit blew me. That shit blew
Showed
me.
up. And as they can see, that second rider, the more violent one, had a slightly different color
Dietrich's
for
was
his
good.
visor, a completely different X gear, other little details when compared to Sonic's getup, which they also saw that same day. And it's important to tell the difference because Whisper noticed that the Phantom Rider did not directly attack anybody that first time he showed up, as opposed to the second. So while they still don't know what Sonic is up to, that at least proves to Tangle that something else is going on here, and Sonic is probably up to something more noble than what they saw from that second rider. So
Okay.
we end these three diverging conversations with Tangle and Whisper determined to figure out the real mystery behind Sonic, the Rogues determined to find out what's going on with Clean Sweep, and Serge and Kit deciding that they are going to earn the right to be heroes. But while all of that is happening, we then turn our attention to Mimic, reporting into Clutch that the Phantom Rider has been Sonic the Hedgehog this whole time. And Clutch is not happy about it. He did not ever want this much attention from Sonic. And he is mad, saying that he will pull out his quills one by one and make him eat them. His plans are falling apart,
sure,
but
buddy.
before he
Yeah,
loses
sure,
his
buddy.
temper, he apologizes
Sure.
to Mimic, saying his temper does flare up sometimes, but it's not his fault, and he has to get back to work, saying the next time the Phantom shows himself at his sweepstakes, it will be the last. And that, my friends, is where issue 71
What are you finna do, though? What is this nigga finna do about it, though? We're not scared of you. Sonic's not scared. What you 1v1 Sonic right now on Rust? Exactly. This is cool, though. This is cool, right? It, like, matches their story. I just feel like all this would be, like, so much better if that in-between shit beef with, like, Sonic joint just kind of, I don't know, didn't really happen, like, the way it did. It just was so forced, and it kind of just ended. It seems to be concluding itself in this arc and not in the actual arc that, like, it's supposed to be taking place in. And I feel like that's an issue. I don't know. I don't really like that. But yeah, all that shit was forced. I didn't like that at all.
Kicks off with Serge and Kit walking into Clutch's office, proudly declaring that they quit. Clutch just laughs, spitting out his cola. And now with Serge screaming at Clutch, I'm just realizing how many green characters are in IDW Sonic, and I'm very thankful for it. Thank you guys. Great color. But yeah, Clutch does not take them or their resignation seriously. As he explains to Serge, he sees what's going on here. They've had a taste of the limelight, and now they've come to see their arrangement as a burden. But the thing about enjoying that fame, it's not theirs. They're only heroes because Clutch has made them heroes, and he can make them monsters just as easily. Long and short of it, they're trapped. But he says, hey, cheer up, you still get glory, you get fame, and you even get to be a bit violent here and there. And all they have to do is maintain appearances. They should instead be thanking him. But if they still don't get it, he puts it out very plainly. Be quiet and do your job and know your place. And speaking of the job, he assigns Serge with the task of taking out the Phantom Rider. As they leave the office, Serge, as you can imagine, is pretty pissed, and she's got to let off that rage somehow.
I'm saying, Serge, man, you don't need these niggas. That was the whole point of breaking free from the fucking, damn, what was that nigga name? Fuck. the platypus? Damn, what was that nigga's name? Damn, what was that nigga's name? What was that nigga's name? Starlaw, yeah, everybody's favorite villain. That was the whole point of breaking, get away from that nigga. You know what I'm saying? We don't need these niggas. We don't need to be under anybody.
Turn our attention to the caravan of cars that have been following along the shuttle as it makes its way across the world with each new event. Under one of the tour buses, we find Sonic with a cloak trying to fix his busted nano gear. This unfortunately leaves his face exposed, which is a problem because he has to get back into action as Surge's thunderstorm kicks off a bit of a...
But his cover is blown though. Like, what's his goal here? I need to know.
Problem between all those flying cars. Unfortunately, even though he's wearing a cloak this time, everybody in the cars immediately recognized the Phantom Rider. And while all that's happening, one of the lightning bolts hits a car and it begins to fall, but before Sonic can do anything about it, Storm arrives to save the day. The Babylon Rogues are here to help things out, guiding the cars away from the lightning storm and back towards the rest of the caravan. But while all that's happening, Jet recognizes the Rider, who he obviously knows is Sonic. He goes to confront him, but Sonic, with all these people around, cannot risk his identity. So he attempts for a plan B. He takes off his cloak, throws it in Jet's face, and he, takes off. Unfortunately, he's got nowhere to go, which is a problem since he doesn't have his mask on anymore. But the RV he's next to opens its door and yanks him in. And it turns out he's rescued by Knight the Owl. Now, while we have seen Knight a few times here and there in IDW, this is the first time he's actually met Sonic the Hedgehog. He's then introduced to Dawn, who, if you don't remember, is, I don't know if they're dating or if they're married, but they're a couple. These two immediately believe Sonic when he says it wasn't him at the Misty Spire causing all the problems. And again, Sonic...
That wasn't me. Yo, why he's so locked in here? Why is he so locked in here?
Sonic has got a lot of sway in this world. He's done a lot of good for folks. These two birds are only here to help him, and also help keep him away from another certain bird on the hunt to find him. But once that worry clears, Knight produces a couple of mugs with a couple cute references on them and makes some cocoa. And the owl and the hedgehog have a discussion. When Sonic is asked about whether or not he's worried about the birds revealing his identity, the hedgehog kind of shrugs, saying it's a bit late for that. It would have been nice to keep flying under the radar, but it doesn't change anything to him. His friends are counting on him, so no matter what the world thinks, he'll do what he has to do. This is important because this really says a lot about Sonic and his character and why he's so cool. He was keeping a secret identity for the sake of his friends and for the sake of everything that was happening there. It just made things easier. But if that's compromised, it's whatever to him. He's always going to do what he thinks is the right thing to do. That's about as Sonic as it gets. Also, that's kind of want to try
why
their
be an
cocoa. It
asshole?
sounds awesome. They add a little bit of cinnamon and chili
Why
to
cause
it.
like
Ever
commotion?
tried
Like,
that?
what's
Like a
going on there?
spicier cocoa? That sounds kind of awesome. But yeah, now that Sonic has said his piece,
That's
he
what I
asks
want to
what
answer.
these
Why?
two birds are up to, and Knight asks him if he's familiar with the Chaotix Detective Agency. As it turns out, Knight and Dawn help them out from time to time, and recently they've been investigating Clean Sweep Incorporated. They had spoken the night before everything kicked off, but they haven't heard back from them for a while. So it turns out Sonic, Knight, Dawn, and the Chaotix are all trying to accomplish the same thing. They think Clean Sweep is up to something, and they're trying to get to the bottom of it. With everybody on the same page, turns out that Dawn had been working on fixing Sonic's nano gauntlet. He does his awesome little Sentai pose, gives it a slap, and he's off yet again. We turn our attention back to Serge and Kit, who have been sitting there through the entire night. And we have a heartbreaking little interaction here with Kit grabbing a hold of Serge as she feels completely and utterly defeated. First it was Starline, and now it's Clutch. No matter what they do, someone's always controlling them. But Kit says it's going to be okay because he has an idea. For the first time in this issue, we turn our attention back to Tails and Amy as they come across the mascots for Clean Sweep. Turns out they're guarding the door to Jewel's office. But as we quickly find out, they're not just any old mascots, they can actually put up a bit of a fight. And it's quickly revealed that the mascots are none other than Rough and Tumble. They call in for
When will it end? When will it end?
Revealed that the mascots are none other than Rough and Tumble. They call in for backup and then give chase to our heroes. And that is where issue 72...
Man, don't run from these. Beat their ass. Beat their ass. They're not fine. Just beat their ass. Please.
Issue 73 kicks off with yet another character yelling at Clutch. This time, Jewel confronts the opossum, saying that without her permission, Clutch has flooded the ship with his security detail and reactivated the shuttle arsenal all over one single troublemaker. That troublemaker being the Phantom Rider. While she is busy, she's not blind. Clutch says that he simply didn't want to bother her. All of this is simply a precautionary measure, with no real plans on using them. But Jewel is not satisfied, saying that she is revoking his administrative authority immediately. They can discuss more of it later, but she will handle things from here. But Clutch, not worried about it at all, reminds her that it's his security force on the ship, and they are going to listen only to him. So they will not be escorting him off the ship. They will not be escorting anybody anywhere without his permission. He still thinly veils some sense of innocence, saying it's all for the good of the sweepstakes, but obviously Jewel is well aware that he is a bit of a skis. She then goes to the two friends she can trust, that being Tangle and Whisper. They have to find a way to stop Clutch, and on top of that, they still have to deal with the Phantom Rider, but Tangle excitedly says that the Phantom Rider is Sonic, and now things are kind of falling into place. Clutch is clearly some sort of a bad guy here. Sonic is trying to figure out what he's up to. So now the plan is to get in contact with the Hedgehog so they can confirm that Clutch is the real baddie here, and hopefully the Hedgehog and all their friends can get this sorted out. But we now turn our attention to the final event of the Clean Sweepstakes, flying high over Central City. But before the event kicks off, Knight has some words to read from Clean Sweep's CEO, which reads, Clean Sweep Incorporated and the Restoration are aware that some of you have raised concerns over the repeated appearances of the Phantom Rider at our sweepstakes. We're taking this situation very seriously. Your security and enjoyment are our highest priority. We thank you for your continued patronage and solemnly pledge to bring this miscreant to justice. Obviously, trying their best to keep all the attention on to the Phantom Rider. And I love the crowd, even though they're cheering, there's one person there holding up a little heart for the Phantom Rider. I'm going to assume that's a fan character of some kind. The different teams formulate some plans here. Tangle and Whisper are still debating on whether or not they should tell Duo and Lanolin about the real identity of the Phantom Rider. The Babylon Rogues are also discussing Sonic, planning to confront him to get some answers. But
wait, I just realized. So Whisper, when she was saying, "Damn, like I can't trust my eyes" because of that whole situation with Silver and stuff like that, she's actually saying that not in the favor of Silver, but in the favor of fucking Duo. Oh God, no. She didn't turn the mask back on He'd be like, okay, well, let's keep a closer eye on Duo. No, she did that. Be like, oh, damn, I just trusted Silver and that nigga was tweaking. I need to turn my mask back on because I could be tweaking too. No! Whisper, no! No! Shoot him.
And Serge,
Laser!
uncharacteristically, quietly, simply look
can we
on.
shoot
And
him?
lastly, we turn our attention to Sonic, looking up at the main shuttle, saying,
Okay, yeah,
Tails,
order them down.
Amy, whatever
Order them
you're
down.
up to, you better get it done soon. And now it's time to put on a show as the race kicks off. This one is a
So
free
it gotta
fall
just be a
drop
distraction.
straight towards Central City.
I'm gonna show up as this-
basically a
I'm gonna
giant
pose as
game
this
of
fucking
chicken.
bad
These guys
guy.
are crazy with their
To
events.
just
I love
be-
it.
so
Sonic
that
immediately
everybody has
causes
their
quite
attention
the
on me.
stir-up, which sets Jet off. But before he can do anything, Serge boosts out from the rest of the pack to attack Sonic directly. She's not interested in any kind of sass or banter, none of that. She is here for a fight. Sonic dodges and she swivels around on her hover bike, which looks a lot like the iconic thing that Shadow did in Sonic 3, you know, where he's all airborne and then he turns his bike around and kicks off. You know what I'm talking about. She launches back towards Sonic, who dodges and then is confronted by the Diamond Cutters and the Babylon Rogues, with Lanolin saying she will hit him straight on with her Wispin if he doesn't come quietly. Sonic, of course, says sorry, but he can't do that. The race has ground to a halt while everyone waits to see what.
No, Whisper. Now, Whisper. You put that down. Now you put that motherfucker down. Alright.
The Phantom will do. Lanolin lets off an attack just as Serge.
Oh shit! Wait,
her,
she has me laser.
latching on to the Phantom Rider's extreme
Laser!
gear while narrowly missing being shot in the head by Whisper. While Serge holds him steady, Lanolin goes in for another hit, only to be stopped by Tangle, saying
who?
she has to stop, otherwise she'll hit Sonic. But before she
Wait,
can
was
properly
she not?
react to.
Wait, was she not there? Was she not there when they revealed him? I guess not. I wasn't paying attention to that.
To
Okay.
that information,
know,
the rogues attack, only to be held off by Kit. And in response, Tangle grabs Serge with her tail, but unfortunately, that wasn't a very smart move, as Serge grabs the tail and electrocutes the lemur. This, of course, ticks off Sonic, saying that Serge's fight is with him. And the two charge at each other again with a ridiculous reference to Sonic Adventure 2 and their odd localization choices. And it looks like
Oh, dynamic entry! No, I think that's not
reference
like that.
to
That's
Sonic
funny.
Adventure 2 and their
That's
odd
funny.
localization choices, and it looks like Sonic gets a
Dang.
clean hit on the Tenric. But as he lands back on the extreme gear, looking at the falling Serge, even though she's damaged, she has a smirk on her face, revealing that she has damaged the gauntlet. And of course that means the nanosuit falls apart and Sonic is exposed to the rest of the world. Sonic asks what's her game, and Serge says no game, just following orders. With an insane declaration, happy now boss, she has technically destroyed the Phantom Rider just as he asked. And this, of course, ticks off Clutch. So while all of that chaos is happening outside, we still have Amy, Tails, and Belle running for their lives within the shuttle. But the two are distracted and sent the wrong way by Dawn, who has somehow made his way onto the shuttle. We quickly get through introductions, and now all parties of this story are all on the same page with information outside of Sonic and, you know, who's behind everything. While none of the heroes have seen the chaotics,
I
if
like
you don't
this stuff
recall,
involving
Dawn is looking
Tails and
for,
Amy.
Belle
Yeah,
knows
I
only
really
of
like
one
it.
place that would be
I really like
appropriate
it.
to lock somebody up on the shuttle. So they make their way to the engine level. And after a cute little bit of interaction between these characters, they open a giant door and they come across the chaotics in a cage. While they were indeed caught, they were at least productive, with Vector producing a USB drive packed full of the dirty dealings of Clean Sweep Incorporated. But as they bust the locks and make their way to freedom, they're confronted by Rough, Tumble, the security guards, and of course, Clutch himself.
We're not scared of
And
y'all, bro.
That is where issue 7.
We're not scared of y'all, bro. Somebody hit the team attack. Somebody hit the team attack, bro. Somebody hit the team attack.
3 ends. Issue 74 picks up right where the last one left off, with the Chaotix, Dawn, Tails, and Amy confronted by Clutch, his security detail, and Rough and Tumble. A fight quickly breaks out, but while all of that's happening, Tails takes Belle up to the panel to get the main security door open, but they're shot at by Clutch. Thankfully, it looks like everything is going the hero's way as they begin to wipe the floor with the opossum.
That nigga got the toolie? Hold on. Wait, that nigga Clutch got the clutch? What you doing with that, bruh? What you doing with that? When I said 1v1 on Rust, I was joking, bruh. I was joking, bruh. We're not scared of guns, though.
Or with the
We're not scared of guns around here.
Unfortunately, Clutch quickly takes Charmy as a hostage, demanding that
playing
the
power
heroes
characters.
make their way over to another cell and hand over the data drive. But as Vector feigns defeat, Espio throws a ninja star, getting Charmy loose, who then takes the drive to fly it away from the battle scene. Clutch and his security team quickly give chase, but orders Rough and Tumble to stay behind, declaring them to be dead weight. And as the door shuts, Clutch shoots the control panel, trapping everybody inside. On the control deck of the shuttle, we soon find out that the race has come to a halt and people are starting to panic. But all that is interrupted as Charmy makes his way with the data drive. He hands it off to Knight and Clutch orders them to stop. But Knight is quick to remind him that he's not an employee of the opossum. He plugs in the drive as the actual restoration members hold the opossum steady. Jewel returns to the scene with the actual restoration members and their Wispins, and another fight breaks out between Clean Sweep security and...
like when I want to make a custom character, create a character in my Sonic game, I'm talking about something like this. I'm talking something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some customizable shit. That's some unique shit.
And the restoration. That was a nice little reminder that the restoration was once the poor man's freedom fighters, I mean the resistance, so they can actually put up a fight. And while all of that is happening, Charmy announces to the world that there has been some technical difficulties, but they are being sorted out. And Knight then lays out all of the terrible things that Clean Sweep has been up to, exposing Clutch and everything he's been behind this entire time, including poisoning soil, falsifying records, participating in extortion, violently silencing whistleblowers. You know, just basic things you could pull out from the daily news. For real, we put up with a lot of insane crap. There's a lot of disgusting things happening in our world. Anyway, as Knight declares to the world who's behind all of this, the opossum shoves the owl aside, saying that the smear campaign can't stop him. And of course, we have that lovely trope of the villain accidentally announcing to the world everything he's been up to. The world now...
it's good business, guys. Trust me, the terrorists are good. Alright, trust me.
Knows Clutch the Opossum and the real deal behind Clean Sweep Incorporated. The crime lord only really works when operating from the shadows, but he has nowhere left to slink to. He smashes a control panel and then tries to override the command of the shuttle, only to have that taken away from him and self-destruction initiated. Jewel, recovering from the fight, has overridden his administration access and set the shuttle to explode. In a rage, Clutch then forces the shuttle downwards towards Central City and then blasts away the controls, declaring that if he can't win, well, they know how it goes. Now, with a giant shuttle descending down towards the city, this grabs the attention of all the riders below them. The
she get boxed out? That's what I was thinking. I was just gonna let it rock. I was like, wait, hold on.
Clutch got called out, so he's taking the ship down with him. But she's not really pressed on it. And while all that's happening, Duo attempts to sneak off, but he's dragged back into the fold by Kit. Remember, Serge and Kit know exactly who Duo is, and they're not letting him slink off this time. This catches Lanolin off guard, asking where Duo was, and Serge, backing it up, asking, yeah, where were you? But Mimic, even under pressure, is a master manipulator, apologizing, saying that he found out something about Tangle and Whisper, and he wasn't sure if he could trust them. He said,
"You protected a dangerous criminal. You lied to me. We're supposed to be a team." Give her the Fell For It Again award.
Says that they knew who the Phantom Rider was and wouldn't tell them. 10 of them already. This, of course, turns Lanolin's attention back to Tangle and Whisper, furious that they protected a dangerous criminal, lied to her, even though they're supposed to be a team. Tangle says that she was just trying to protect Sonic, saying he probably had a good reason, but she's cut off by Lanolin saying that Sonic needs to face justice. Of course, Serge points out that in all of this, Sonic has left. Lanolin chases chases after him, with Tangle trying to say none of this makes sense. And Sonic himself could not care less about any of this drama, telling Landolin they can do whatever they want to him later, but all that matters is right now people are in danger, and that's where he is needed, so that is where he's going. So with priorities in order, everybody races up towards the shuttle to attempt to save the day, including Duo, after given a choice by Serge, saying he can try his luck with the diamond cutters and Clutch up there, or down here with Serge and Kit. It is kind of awesome seeing Serge this relaxed and in control as everything is falling apart around her. They could have killed Duo right there, as Kit points out, but Serge reminds him that they're following his plan and they need to keep their eyes on the prize, and Clutch is next. And that is where issue 74 ends. Okay. Now, it's been a heck of a journey so far, and I do have a lot of thoughts on the arc as it is, but we are going to wait until we wrap up issue 75 because there are some fun things in there I really want to discuss, and I want to take a look back at this arc as a whole, see if it's changed my mind about the issues I've had with IDW storytelling, if it wraps up all these crazy plots in a nice, neat little bow, and if it makes me excited for whatever is next in this series. So if you've been enjoying my coverage, I appreciate it, but as always, I'm going to recommend that you guys go check out this stuff for yourself, and if you haven't already, be sure to go pick up the milestone 75th issue before
type shit. Okay. Alright, issue number 75. The end of the restoration. Oh, it's a long ass fat ass video. Oh no, he said he's also going over like other stuff. Okay. It shouldn't be that long then.
Welcome back to Sonic Speed Reading, and today...
Oh god, there's no timestamps. There's no timestamps. Oh god. Okay, well, the end of the restoration. You had me there. Okay, I'm a big fan. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it.
Story so far. Got a playlist.
Look at this nigga trying to order us down, bro.
Okay. We see the fit. Straight into it, and afterwards, I'll give you my thoughts about the arc overall. With all that said, let's get into it. We pick back up in the engine room of the shuttle, now careening towards Central City. Our heroes are still...
Yeah, look, I just need, like I said this earlier in the video, I just need to give my props. Amy. She's perfect in this arc. Oh my god. This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
Desperately trying to get out. Tails and Bell are trying to override the system, keeping the door in place, and Amy is trying to smash through it with the Pico hammer. Now, she does make a little bit of progress, but unfortunately, once she breaches the metal, steam shoots out and scalds her. So even if they can bust through the door, that would come at a massive...
I suppose not just chilling, but everything's everything gay. Hold on. Wait, oh yeah. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Engine room of the shuttle, now careening towards Central City. Our heroes are still desperately trying to get out. Tails and Bell are trying to override the system, keeping the door in place, and Amy is trying to smash through it with the Pico hammer. Now, she does make a little bit of progress, but unfortunately, once she breaches the metal, steam shoots out and scalds her. So even if they can bust through the door, that would come at a massive cost, and they certainly don't have the time to get through it, even if they could.
He's like he's like Choji when it was going against what was his name, Jirobo in the Sasuke rescue arc, and he's just eating chips and shit like that. And everyone's like, bro, what the fuck is this nigga doing, bro? He think everything a fucking game, bro. See, this is the problem, bro. Forget him. He's obviously not a for real human being. Let's figure out a way to get out of here. And the whole time the nigga was just building up chakra.
Everybody's overheated and they are desperate. So that's the situation for the folks on the shuttle. But above it, we see Sonic racing to the scene, followed closely behind by the Diamond Cutters, and followed up by the Babylon Rogues discussing the situation at hand. Now, thieves they may be, they're not evil. They do show concern for the folks of Central City. But instead of following along with the rest of the heroes, Jet has another idea and tells his team to follow him for a different plan. And we'll find out what that is later. The comic next shifts its attention over to the Diamond Cutters, and they very quickly sort out this particular plot thread. Mimic has been gallivanting around, pretending to be this character known as Duo for quite a long time, but all of that falls apart as he is called out by the name Mimic through a walkie-talkie he was keeping in his...
Oh no.
scarf. Is that kind of a sloppy way to just get this thing situated? Yeah, but we got a lot to get done in this comic book. So yes, Mimic is exposed, and Tangle and Whisper immediately give chase.
Oh,
so there's another set of heroes no longer focused on the shuttle. Lanolin
Yeah! 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 Oh, I would have framed it. Oh, I would have. I would have. Say jeez, bitch!
They're stunned. She is experiencing what we call in the business a character arc, some growth, all that fun stuff. We'll get back to her too. We got a lot of characters to keep track of in this big chunky issue, and we now turn our attention to the big.
Man, where's Silver at, man? I told you. I fucking told you. You don't want to listen. This random ass nigga, same color scheme, Whisper, the same fucking color scheme.
Bad of the story, Clutch, as he has his security drag along the folks that he had captured on the main deck of the shuttle, which includes Knight.
Okay, I'm gonna have niggas in my comments defending her. Like their life depends on it.
Army, Jewel, and a couple of people we don't care about. He's about to hop in a pretty floating Cadillac and lead these guys to their fate. And I'm surprised the security detail is fine with all of this. Like, they're just dressed like bouncers at a concert, and they're just fine leaving these people here to die. Maybe they're part of Clutch's crew and they're just disguised like this and they're down for murder. It doesn't actually matter. What does matter is that Sonic arrives and disrespectfully drags Clutch across the ground, tossing him to finally face him. I know some of you get sick of the Archie references, but I'm sorry. This immediately reminds me of Sonic doing this exact same thing to Silver in the Archie series. A very disrespectful move, and I am here for it. This is the first time Sonic and Clutch have met. Before Clutch can even finish the "you must be Sonic," that's when he gets slammed to the ground. Sonic does not have any time for any villain monologues or any kind of garbage. They have 20 minutes before self-destruction of the shuttle, even though it's already going to be crashing to the city below. It's a whole mess. A fight breaks out between the two, which is mostly just Sonic dodging
the 1v1 on Rust. Let's fucking do it.
From Clutch. Clutch compliments the speed of the hedgehog, but says that nobody's faster than his trigger finger, which, I mean, he's let off a lot of shots and not one of them's hit. Regardless, we are not done with the interruptions as Serge and
no one's faster than your nigga. Nobody is scared of some bullets. It's Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. What are you talking about?
On the scene, landing.
They didn't watch the Sonic Unleashed opening, did they? No, did they?
With an electrical blast, and once again proclaiming that they quit. Clutch is furious and says he will not be beaten by a pack of insolent children, and I think this is the first time they mention, and they mention this a lot in this issue, that Clutch is an elderly character. I mean, he moves well for his age, whatever that age may be, but as we will see with other characters, the opossum is older than I guess I initially thought he was. Anyway, Sonic frees the two bugs, they catch him up to speed, the security detail finally shows.
He does have to go too. He's probably like 40. He's probably like 40. I don't think he's like 50, 60 though. I don't know. Let's confirm somewhere else.
Some semblance of sense and decides to sit out whatever this crazy superpowered fight is. So yes, the opossum is all kinds of screwed right now. Meanwhile, we get back to the engine room, and one quick stupid little conversation changes everything. Esfios simply asks what happened with Rough and Tumble. During one of the side stories where these two clashed with Cream and her mother, they promised Vanilla they would turn over a new leaf, and I love that off-page intimidation that Vanilla provides in.
Oh yeah, we actually read that on stream. I forgot about that. Were they for real? Like, yeah, we were actually gonna turn over new. Okay.
This series, by the way. Anyway, these two explain that they did turn a new leaf. They just took a job to wear these silly mascot costumes, and Mr. Clutch just kept asking them to do more and more. Dawn points out they could have just quit. Apparently, they didn't know they could do that, so they decide they quit and then decide to help the heroes get out of the engine room. They head on up to the door and they get it loose. This is interesting for a couple of reasons. We have a couple of powerhouse characters in their midst. We have Amy Rose and her hammer, and we have Vector the crocodile, both fairly strong characters, and neither of them could get through the door. But this duo right here managed to do it. So that is an interesting feat that a lot of folks might overlook. These are pretty powerful characters. Now keep in mind, they don't get the door completely open without extra help, and it is burning everybody's hands, but they're the ones to really start making a difference. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about this scene. Let's get back to Sonic. He tells the two bugs to go get everybody else loose while he rescues Serge and Kit from the artillery now let loose by Clutch. So all kinds of chaos is happening here. Sonic is trying to help Serge and Kit, telling them they should team up against Clutch. Serge wants nothing to do with it, trying to punch the dude mid-air, and unfortunately that distraction costs them as an explosion sets off next to them, sending all three flying from the egg stream gear. And I've been questioning the weird shape of this thing the whole time. Been questioning Eggman's motives because it's Eggman. I was waiting.
Where's Eggman? Because Eggman, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, okay, Sonic, why are you being a dickhead? like, why? Like, you team up with Eggman, he gives you this outfit, he gives you this extreme gear, and he goes tell you to be a dickhead, and then you're just like, sure. Like, this is not like the most like obvious. Oh yeah, get the people on Sonic on my side, I guess, or get the people against Sonic. Would that be something that Eggman would want? I guess. I mean, Sonic doesn't care. But like, it's like, what?
For the other shoe to drop, and folks, it finally happens here. As the screen pops loose on the extreme gear, and then arms and legs shoot out of it, and Eggman's face appears on screen. This, folks, is technically a metal Eggman. That's right, Sonic has been riding a robo copy this entire time. You know how I feel about my robot doubles? We're gonna have a great time. Mecha March Madness. Oh my god. Oh, considering other things. Oh my god.
Mecha March Madness is a fire name.
My god. Anyway, I will freak out a little bit more about Robo Eggy in a bit, but the good doctor has finally revealed himself at the tail end of this journey, and we now have a villain on villain battle as Robo Eggman takes on Clutch, and he also calls the opossum old. Eggman's not exactly a spring chicken, so that really should tell you just how old this green little gremlin actually is. So there's all kinds of craziness happening in this fight. Sonic is trying to battle the opossum while trying to save his life at the same time as Eggman really just wants to kill this thing. Clutch, meanwhile, keeps slapping that remote of his, sending the artillery wild. And while all of that is happening, Serge has been powering up. And I've never noticed this before, but she kind of has something akin to Shadow's inhibitor rings. Her bracelets have these lightning rod protrusions pop on out while she lets out an attack she calls overcharge while she's throwing up the horns. I love this girl. She could have teamed up with Sonic, but instead she's gonna do her own thing and takes out all three enemies at once. But unfortunately, this takes it out of Serge. She's given it everything she's got. She's pushed herself too hard. She's got nothing left to give. And even though it seems like she took out everybody else, unfortunately, the extreme gear was built a little more sturdy than most of Eggman's other robots, and it quickly recovers from the attack, with Eggman saying, "You think I can't build a Surge protector?" Which is funny, play on words, the name and everything. But yeah, the robot gets up and takes off with Clutch. Now, this is interesting for a couple of reasons. First off, I don't know how I feel about Eggman always showing up and just wrecking any other villain that shows up in this series. On one hand, it shows like why he is the big bad of the entire franchise, but at the same time, it would be kind of nice to see if anybody else could really stand a chance against the good doctor. But Clutch is an interesting case, and I will talk about him later. For now, Eggman
it's kind of like, it is kind of like, because I mean, like, we're not scared of this nigga. Like, what do we, like, what, oh, the final boss of the arc is fucking this nigga? Like, we're not scared. So, I don't know. Maybe they gotta do a better job at making these villains more threatening, I guess.
Out of the picture. And as Sonic recovers, Serge talks a little smack, saying she let him off easy, but don't go thinking they're friends, and also tells him he better survive this so they can have a fight fair and square. We turn our attention back to the other heroes who, now having escaped the engine room, are back in the control center. Unfortunately, no matter how good Tails and Bell are, getting through the tech and the software doesn't mean squat if the shuttle itself is way too damaged, and yes, it's way too damaged. So that particular option to get it back on course is off the table. But at the very least, the two different sets of heroes are reunited. So we got Chaotix all together again, except for Mighty. It's always Mighty. I'll never say they're complete until we get Mighty back. Dawn and Night are reunited, and they're adorable. And on top of that, we finally see what the Babylon Rogues have been up to. Just like they helped guide the cars in the caravan a couple issues ago, they now guide those same flying cars with towing cables to get the shuttle turned a different way from Central City. The Babylon Rogues and the many fans who've been following along with Clean Sweep are the ones to save the city, and I think that's incredibly cool since they always leave Sonic to do all the heavy lifting. This time, everybody else literally is doing
good
that.
deeds.
Speaking of
I
Sonic,
like
he
it.
slaps into the side of the windshield like a bug. This startles Belle and Tails, and Amy, not missing a beat, shoves everyone out of the way, screaming, "I'm coming, Sonic!" and smashes the window with a hammer, jumping into the arms of her favorite blue hedgehog. Once again, for anybody who's missed Amy being, well, a little more Amy, it's very clear her affection for Sonic has not diminished whatsoever. This was an incredibly cute moment in a dire situation. The heroes are now all reunited. The Rogues continue to guide the cars and in turn the shuttle away from the city, and everything looks like it's going to plan, but unfortunately, even with all this effort, it's not enough. They can steer the shuttle different directions, but no matter what they do, this thing is going down, and the self-destruct is still active. There is nothing they can do about those two facts. Even Tails is stumped on what to do. There is no safe place to put this thing. That is until Jewel comes up with a solution. She points towards the Emeraldville ruins, an abandoned town that was wrecked in the war with Eggman that was repurposed to be Restoration HQ. And they give this heartbreaking shot of the little makeshift garden and garden.
Are they gonna crash it on the Restoration? Are they gonna fucking crash it on the Oh boy. Oh boy.
Jack that not only serves as the entrance for the Restoration, but this is also Silver's garden. So
Silver will be fine. He can make another garden.
Sonic tells the Babylon Rogues to guide everybody towards Restoration H.
Let's go!
And while this does suck, it does get worse. As
no. This is a beautiful moment. This is a beautiful moment.
He asks, is Restoration HQ empty? And Jewel responds with tears in her eyes, it's better than the city. So yes, while all the civilian life will be saved in Central City, if things go as currently planned, there will still be heavy casualties. Whoever is in Restoration HQ right now will die. But Sonic is Sonic, and as he points out, the ship has not crashed or exploded yet. And he turns to Jet and issues him a challenge. See who between the two of them can rescue the most people. And with renewed motivation, the Chaotix, Sonic, Amy, Tails, Belle, and even Jet all make their way towards Restoration HQ. Meanwhile, we turn our attention back to Tangle, Whisper,
I like this.
and Mimic,
I like
and I'll be
this.
real,
I like
when
this.
I first read this, I completely forgot this.
Oh my god, yeah, Mimic with the... I didn't mean to do all that.
Was another plot we had to follow, as we see the trio battling among the many traps that were initially built for that final event of Clean Sweepstakes. And while this does look cool, and God, I wish this scene and a lot of these other action scenes were animated, Mimic quickly gets away, getting lost in the crowd. And unfortunately, the two heroes don't have any time to hunt him down, as the course and all the traps just floating midair are now falling apart. Thankfully, Lanolin finally proves a little useful, and she announces over her sound-based Wispin that she is with the Diamond Cutters and her team can help guide them to safety. She then turns her attention to Tangle and Whisper and apologizes for all the mistakes she's made. But Tangle tells her to save it. They're on the scene.
There's no water nearby or something to crash. Look, don't ask questions, okay? A beautiful thing's about to happen.
Team, and they're here to help people, with Whisper jumping in saying that she also has made mistakes. Tangle is still ticked, but that's a conversation for later. I'll be real, I know a lot of fans don't like Lanolin because of how she treated Silver, all these very silly details, and yeah, I do think her priorities
just like
were
the
a little
Silver. I'm not
out
like a Silver diehard. Oh yeah, you fucked with my guy. Fuck you. It's just you're just annoying. Like, you're just annoying. and they wrote you to be annoying. And that's annoying. I hate that.
In issue 74, chasing down Sonic,
God.
but I don't know. I don't think she really has a lot to apologize for. She's just doing her best with the information she had available to her. Regardless, that's just me, and this scene is here to tell you that Lanolin, while a lot of you guys considered her to be a jerk through these many issues, has gone on an emotional journey, and she is growing, and she'll be a better leader and all that crap. And if I sound dismissive, I'm very sorry.
Womp
I
womp.
should state I love this character. I like all the Diamond Cutters. But yes, there you go. All of that's finally wrapped up, and we turn our attention back to Restoration HQ as Sonic arrives on the scene. We have an adorable little rivalry between the Green Bird and the Blue Hedgehog as the two race to save people. While that happens, Tails and Belle head to the machine shop. Since it's so far away from everything else in the HQ, it's likely they didn't hear the announcement in the main hall. So they're gonna go down and warn everyone to leave. They get the job done fast, but there is still one more person to get out of here. And that is Belle's little Moto Bug, as she lovingly calls it, Moto Bud. The amazingly still unnamed orangutan points out that she has been struggling for weeks to get Moto Bud back up and running. His circuitry is exposed and he can't risk being moved yet. She loves this dude so much, she intends to fix him before the shuttle crashes down. But she won't do it alone, as Tails and Hippie Orangutan, still unnamed, but we'll call him Not Rotor, both agree to help fix this guy. But they don't have a lot of time, as Sonic and Jet finish saving everybody else, including a little cameo character from Evan's fan comic. Silver's sister is now canon. If I can't get the Freedom Fighters, I will happily take cameos from Ghosts of the Future. Sega, don't take the wrong lesson there. Please don't come down on fun little cameos like this. Still pissed as hell with you guys cracking down on the Bumblecast as hard as you are. Conversation for a different time. Where was I? Oh yeah, the shuttle crashes into Restoration HQ and blows the whole thing. Whoops. Now it looks like Sonic and Jet got everybody out, but Sonic is going to head back in just to be sure, and this is where we see the line in the sand between these two rivals. Jet has done enough. He's not risking his neck in a fiery inferno. Sonic just shrugs it off, saying, "Suit yourself," and heads back in. And when he does, he comes across his best buddy, Tails, who was still here and did survive, along with Belle, and once again, the orangutan that's not named, but is doing, I think, a Spider-Man reference here. Even if not, he looks like a baller holding up rubble, trying to keep Belle safe. Thankfully, Sonic and Tails are ready to rescue. Sonic tells Belle to use her iconic little kick to smack the big beam that they're holding in place so he can get in and grab everybody. He does, and they race off to the exit, but unfortunately, some rubble falls, and it's looking bad for Sonic until the Moto Bud comes to life. And not only that, it has some extra upgrades thanks to some extreme gear, and now it can fly, as they say in this comic, like a real bug. So yes, all the heroes survive, and they return with Amy once again overjoyed and embracing her blue hedgehog. As Belle looks over the rubble that was Restoration HQ, breaking down and crying, Jet approaches Sonic, and I think this is the least annoying this character has ever been. He's willing to concede a tie for their competition on one simple condition. Sonic owes him a rematch without any distractions, no conditions, just the two of them in a race. So Sonic can see what Jet can really do. And Sonic, of course, agrees. And Jet, along with the rest of the rogues, take off. The Diamond Cutters, having finishing
now, will we
their
ever
work
see that?
with the race crowd, arrive
would
on the
love
scene. With
a
Tangle
single issue just dedicated to them niggas racing, and I really want to see some interesting like action scenes with it. That would be fire.
approaching her lifelong friend as Jules says that she has failed. The restoration is done. Tangle picks her up with her long tail and shows her the reality of the situation. The restoration was never a building. It has always been the people who immediately set to work on helping each other, including a Daniel Barnes with a Sega Saturn logo helping out Gigi in their amazing pants. I don't know if there's any other IDW crew cameos in this, but I know those two pointed it out on social media, and I thought it was adorable. So yes, Restoration HQ is done and dusted, but overall, the heroes are victorious, and they all pitch in together to help clean up the mess. But that's not where the story ends, not quite yet. We have one more scene as Sonic and Tails arrive at Tails' house. Yes, the same one from Sonic Battle, just the fox's giant head. I love it. But as they approach the front door, they notice it's ajar. They go inside and Sonic points out that everything looks normal, everything's in place. And I love the little detail of showing Sonic's shoes being set aside. Since he is wearing his rider gear, he did store them here. I also hate again that they once again reconfirm that the socks are a part of the shoes. And no, I will never call them anything but socks, because thinking they're anything else is insane. These are not Santa boots. Argue all you want with me in the comments. I don't care. Sega's not always right. Sometimes they do stupid things. They often do stupid things. This is one of the stupidest. Speaking of shoes, you have Sonic 3 out in the theaters, but we can't get some proper shadow shoes for sale. You got Reebok doing this stupid garbage here. Where are the shoes? Just let us buy the damn shoes. Why is this such a challenge every movie? I still don't have my Knuckles Tims. What is happening? Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. Back to the scene. Everything is in place except for one important thing. One very important thing. The lab's generator core. And that generator core was a Chaos Emerald. And we end this story at the location of that emerald, as it sits on an altar in a room that would make H.R. Geiger proud. And that is where the story ends, on a lovely, lovely cliffhanger. Now, when this comic first...
So the Chaos Emerald is just gone, and it's just in like some weird looking temple or forest or whatever the fuck this is. There are more issues after this, all right? Oh, it's not in this playlist. I'm pretty sure there's more issues, right? The year review. No, there's nothing else here. It doesn't seem like he has. I guess we'll wait for that. Interesting. But Restoration is gone. I love that. I love that. This just seems like a return to formula to me. It seems like we're not held down by this resistance shit. Yeah, that's the end of that. Okay, so Riders arc done. Yeah, give me Sonic versus Jet Race immediately. I need that. Okay, this art was cool. Never explained why Sonic was being a dickhead, but I guess it's just the, hey guys, I'm this super villain guy. Hey, distraction. I guess that's the reason. It just seems like, I don't know, he could have just like not have done that. But it is what it is. It was fun. It was fun seeing Sonic do a villain role, I guess. Yeah, no, it was cool. Clutch is like a whatever guy though. Like I like, he's big mob boss vibe like villain. It was alright. But yeah, like not scared of that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Racing wise, none of this, like a lot of this did not focus on like the races. But just seeing the characters in these rider gears is so fucking fire. Like look at this shit for Serge, bro. Look at her glasses. That's hard. Like that's hard, bro. Phantom Rider, design wise, peak. Amy, more of that, please. Jet at the beginning was like just yapping, like OD, and I found it funny that Sonic didn't respond because it was like, okay, yeah, this guy's talking a little too much. Deuces, nigga, like that was funny. But Jet, I like that. You know what I'm saying? He actually came in clutch a lot of times. Pretty cool, and I like the banter that they had in this issue specifically. Great arc. Honestly, great. Yeah, honestly, great art. Don't really have too much to say on it. Yeah, I like it, just the fact that we're getting Rider stuff in Crossworlds too. Fucking peak. This just got me more hype. And God, just seeing them in the attire, like, yeah, please give these niggas the Riders fits, bro. Please. Wonder what's gonna be next for this. I guess we'll wait for Game Apologists to upload. But yeah, that was cool. Riders, Crossworlds. We need it. That's gonna do it. I'm out. This is bye.